I thought I'd make some fried green tomatoes. I picked this tomato off of a vine. It's the first one of the year. I just kind of thought it'd be a good idea. The way I do it is I take equal parts of flour, self-rising flour, and cornmeal. And I use, it doesn't matter, yellow cornmeal, white cornmeal. It tastes the exact same. And you notice my grease is over there getting hot. Now I'm going to do about a half of a teaspoon of black pepper. Man, like I'm doing a whole lot of, I'm going to do about a half of a teaspoon of salt. And then about the same of garlic and onion powder. I kind of like to keep things uniform. I guess I have an issue with structure. I don't know. I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit. That's all that I'm gonna do. It's not good. It's not a whole lot to it. It's just a little mix that I'm gonna put on it. I'm gonna make sure my grease is at about 325. And once I get my grease to 325, I'll just sort of hang it out there, just kind of keep it close. Because anything more than 325, you're probably going to burn your grease. Because those tomatoes are not going to cool the grease enough. Looks like I'm starting to get, I'm about there. Alright. Bring it down just a little bit. I'm just going to slice up this tomato. When I get done slicing this tomato, I'll show you what we do next with it. Alright. What most people do is when they slice their tomatoes, they make them entirely too thick. This is how thick you want them. You want them to be, I like to kind of judge it about the same thickness as a fork. To me, that to me is perfect. Now, I cut them all by hand, so not every one of them is going to be perfect. But I like them really thin. I'm just going to drop them in some milk. It's no big deal. Just to get them a little bit wet. And then I'm going to take them and put them in this mix that I made a while ago with the meal. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Fried Green Tomatoes, but you might go watch it whenever you get done watching this video. It's one of my favorite things in the world is fried green tomatoes. Done properly. A lot of people, they just mess it up. They put them on, they cut them too thick. And fried green tomatoes cut too thick is just not good. That's like cutting zucchini squash too thick. And for your information, I do my zucchini squash exactly the same as this. If you want fried zucchini squash, this is it. Same thing. I don't do anything any different. Squash, regular squash, zucchini, about anything southern fried is going to be done just about the exact same way as what I'm doing this. And you might ask me what I'm doing here. If you'll notice, I'm putting them on the plate separated for a reason. Because whenever they have sat for a minute, they're going to get a little packy because of the milk is going to start absorbing into the meal. And I know I'm kind of slow about all this, but I don't really see any need to get in any hurry. If you want to learn how to do it, this is the way you learn how to do it. Slow and steady. Alright, we're going to give these a few minutes to set. If you notice, they're already starting to get kind of packy a little bit. And what I'm going to do is when I come back in a few minutes, they'll all be, kind of packy looking. I'm going to put them back in the flour, mix them in a little bit, get them coated good, and then right in the grease they'll go. So give me a few minutes and I'll show you what they look like. If you notice the flour's gotten real packy around it, kind of sticky. and some hasn't. That's where it got coated good. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in here. I'm just going to give it another little toss in the flour. Make it look nice and covered evenly. Gives it kind of a double layer. I guess I call this double battering. I don't know if that's the right term or not, but this is what I've always called it, because I'm technically doing that. I'm putting 2 layers of batter on it. And I'm going to do that with every one of these. The thinner the tomato, to me, is the better. I love the thin fried green tomatoes. They're just phenomenal. My wife, who's holding the video camera, she's never had them before. She looked at me kind of crazy. She's from Canada. So the story as far as how we got together is a long one. But she's loving the southern delicacies and such. So she's more than happy to let me continue to do the cooking. Alright, let's look over here at the grease and make sure that it is at the right temperature. I actually took it off of the eye for a minute because I don't want it to be too hot. If it's more than, if it's in excess of 325, anything above 350 for sure, all you're going to do is wash your breading right off of your vegetable. It's going to get in there, it's going to get too hot. It's gonna the moving of the grease is gonna cause it literally just to wash off. So I just would rather bring it down, and we'll go from there. But so give me a few minutes, and I'm gonna get this grease back up the temperature, and then we'll start cooking. All right, the temperature is just about right. And yeah, I know I typically don't use a thermometer, but I'm doing this for the viewer's benefit. Just going to place it in. You notice how it's not really washing too much of it off because the temperature is everything. If you put it in too hot, then your batter is gone. You won't have any batter. And then it's just, you wasted all your time. And if you notice, the batter is already starting to crust. This does not take a long time. Now, I haven't timed this ever in my entire life. But what I look for is I wait until there's a good golden brown texture. I don't use much of anything except for a fork. You don't want to mess with it too much because you'll knock the breading off in the beginning stage. You want to keep that temperature pretty constant. As long as you got some bubbles going in the grease, you're pretty good. That's the number one thing. As long as it's doing that. And you're going to have to turn this. You can't expect it to brown evenly on both sides if you are just cooking it on one side. So you've got to turn it. Alright, and if you'll give me a few minutes to let these cook, I will show you what the end product is. And I'm going to have some. I'm going to eat some. Let my wife have some for the first time. And we'll be back in a minute. I'll show you what it looks like when they're done. Alright, so they're finished up. If you'll take a look, they were nice and golden brown. When I got done, I salted them lightly, gave them a little bit of pepper, and my wife tried one, and she was... it
was very good.
She's a fan already. Now, it's going to be like a chip light. I eat it, and oh my goodness, that's southern right there. Absolutely nothing like it. I could eat the whole plate.
Yeah, save me some.
Go try your own. Thanks for watching.